I have about an hour before pre-interview, and I'll be going through the customer service job again. So as I put in the title, moving to Philippines. First, I would like to see the job description again. Not sure if I can find it. Careers. Can I find it? Maybe here. Modeling. Works as well. Multilingual. Main location, Finland, Helsinki. Relocated and work in Philippines. First, I will go through this again and see if there's anything that picks my eyes. Function as the first point of contact for cases raised by the members and/or managers via call or HR service center. So, online customer service agent. Answer phone calls received in English and/or assigned supported language. Finnish. Appropriately categorize, prioritize, assign, and escalate cases to the correct provider group. Assist where possible in resolving HR-related queries from members, managers, non-members. Provide a positive image of CGI through his/her role. Deliver GPS services, signed agreed processes, CGI partners around the world. So maybe I should take a look at this. What are they? I think. Why do I have API keys? We'll take a quick look at this. Okay, it doesn't show the API keys, but still. Global peace initiatives, okay. I'm just gonna find the right conversation. Moving to Germany. Didn't I have? Right, this is the conversation. So, what does the follow? String of abbreviations is standard corporate speak. Specific department and service line you would be working in. Large firm like CGI, these labels help categorize thousands of different business functions. Global Business Services division you're joining. Global Business Services is a model. Company centralizes its back office support like HR, IT, and finance into specific hubs that serve their offices all over the world. especially to Finland. H2R, hire to hire, hire to retire. This is a specific HR life cycle you will be handling. Instead of just doing recruitment or payroll, you are part of the team that manages the entire journey of a CGI employee. Onboarding, setting up contracts, and initial data entry, mid-career changes, promotions, and data updates, retire offboarding, resignations, and retirement paperwork. Role as the first point of contact, you will be handling questions ranging from how do I update my tax info to what is the process for leaving the company. Service Center, Tier 3, Specialty Level 3. In corporate structures, SC usually stands for Service Center or Specialist Category. 3, this typically refers to the complexity level of the tasks or the specific internal team code. In some companies, Tier 1 is basic automated help, Tier 2 is human interaction, and Tier 3 involves more specialized troubleshooting or higher level data management. Context. It likely signifies that you are in a specialized language support tier rather than a general English support one. Okay. In plain English, you're deliver services GPS, H2R, SC3 services on the assigned grid processes to CGI partners around the world. Participate in all assigned GARMS projects and activities, ensuring successful performance with GHRMS management. Ensure that set objectives are met as defined on the agreed performance metrics. Gather relevant detailed information regarding the queries. Ensure that appropriate measures are taken to preserve member data confidentiality and integrity in accordance with security policies. Then adherence to all company policies and procedures. 10. Participate and pass all schedules and requested training events and assessments required to update broaden knowledge relevant to the role. This might be their kind of internal code or something. When you see GHRMS, in the CGI context, it stands for Global Human Resources Management System. Digital backbone and the overarching management framework. Centralized software platform. Data-driven company. And throughout this stream, I would like to make some notes. I put this on or as life work category because it's quite big commitment finding work. Service partner. like that. So questions. Do you have any questions? Well, working in Philippines. I have questions about that. Pay like 1,750 euros. I think I forgot to mention euros in my application. Data entry, human resources. Expect from us. Let's turn meaningful insights into action. Ownership, teamwork, respect, and belonging. Wanted to be an owner from day one. Yes, I very much like the philosophy around or inside the company. Seems I'm too tired still not to be able to speak properly. Business consulting, strategy, and digital transformation. The job itself. This is a big question. Self. How does it don't like to okay. How does it help my goals? And then how does it alternative options? So how does it help my goals? I think this is there are at least two parts here: skills and then location. I'm very much liking what my job would be. I feel that being as a customer service agent through phone calls or text is a good thing, because how my mind operates. I'm more relaxed in a kind of slow pace environment. And this is not it. This job would include a lot of small tasks and conversations, repetitive tasks in English and in Finnish. which means my mind needs to be on alert during those especially prolonged conversations. I think that's very good, my progress. If I did this more than a year, or let's start from 3 months, 6 months, year, at what point would I lose the benefit of those that I mentioned? Getting that activation. In the beginning, I'm sure I will benefit, but how quickly the benefits kind of fade away. Because I don't have experience on this sort of role, I don't know how much I will be able to learn more, develop their systems, or kind of find new things, that it wouldn't just become the same from each day on. I really can't speak now. And right now, I don't need to worry about their part. They will assess me, my talking skills, their own way. I just need to think about, if they asked, okay, you're good enough, will you take this opportunity? Do I say yes? Conversation fluency, mind activation, multitasking, global company, very good. What does this company exactly do? Global antenna-based, facts, not hope, help improve returns, your IT and business investments, banking, government, health, manufacturing, retail, energy, utilities. Even if it was one of these, I think I still like the idea. That because it's big enough, it will provide information to be learned. Global large company. So a lot of complexity, but also opportunities. his sector of work or sector of or part of the organization layer, meaning HR, meaning IT tickets. Location. So Philippines. It's on the other side of the world, Earth. I don't know anyone there. I asked about politics there that I didn't go through on stream. Maybe I can quickly check this out as well. So Finnish citizens and flat hierarchies, major cultural shift. Remarkable, but in Philippines there are legal and cultural hard boundaries. Must respect. Political student. Maybe I did go through this. Don't remember. Foreigners are legally prohibited from engaging in partisan political activities. Foreign nationals to participate in rallies or demonstrations. Yeah, I wouldn't. Participating in recent years, including foreigners have been arrested and deported just for being present at political marches. Don't publicly criticize the government. Freedom of speech in Finland, meddling in internal affairs, serious charge for expats in Manila. Avoid strong political statements on public social media or in public forums. Do observe privately. You can certainly discuss politics in private with friends, but even then, tread lightly. Politics is deeply personal and tied to family dynasties. Criticizing a politician might be seen as a personal insult. Yes. So for this matter, I promote democracy, but I don't have any need to kind of voice it out very strongly. I'm not there to change people's minds. I'm there to learn and have good discussions. And that's the way I'm with everyone, that I don't blatantly just say, hey, you're doing that wrong, or you should do something else. I always take the other person's side. I try to understand from their point of view. As I have said, that everyone is already automatically my friend. I truly mean that I'm trying to find the common ground. And even if I don't, I kind of go to their side. There is no need for me to forcefully bring my ideas, although I often do mention if we are going to eat something, like, okay, I will prefer vegan food, but I don't mind doing something else or eating meat if there isn't really an option. And democracy, like I have said, is just how I feel I would trust, well, the world, countries, nations to not break, to not cause future wars. That I think people should have the power, but if people are very happy in Philippines, like who am I to oppose that? To say that you shouldn't be happy with this system. So rather than giving them words or putting words into their mouth, I will have conversations, and if they want to change, they will change. But also, I'm ready to change my perspective. So in other words, this shouldn't be a problem, or will not be a problem, any of these points at least. Like, I'm not going to join protests, I'm not going to criticize the government, because that's not my place, I'm not a citizen. Do observe privately, yes. Hierarchy and culture, three-way comparison. Unique spot between extreme equalitarianism, Finland, and the rigid relationship-based hierarchy of China. Equalitarian. Power distance, very low. You call your CEO by their first name, everyone is an equal. Yes, that's what I'm used to. Philippines, high, use titles, sir, ma'am. Superiors are rarely challenged directly. And that's the same idea I with this. I don't have a problem with that. Like, by default, I go with the flow. I go with the rules that there are in place. I don't need to bring my own. But of course, the more I'm with someone, the more we both will probably find some common ground and kind of change ourselves. China, authority-based, very high, strict top-down orders. Harmony is kept by following the leader. Individualism, high, your own goals and sisu matter most. This was bad. Output by AI. Shouldn't have put that there. Okay. Low. Collectivism. Collectivism, the Pargada friend group or family comes first. Very low. Success is for the state, family, or company, not the self. I'm very much an individual. And this point, now when I think about it, I'm individual, but because I adjust to everyone else. I might not be seen as individual or individual-centric. So friend group or family comes first. I don't know what would be a good example. But yeah, this is not a problem. Conflict. Direct, you say this is wrong immediately and honestly. Indirect. People avoid losing face. They might say yes, they mean maybe. Very indirect. Preservation of Mianzi face is the highest priority. Okay. I don't see any wrong being direct. Of course, change according to situation, but I don't really need to worry about losing face, at least how I understand this. That if I did this, if I said how things were, will I somehow offend my colleagues who can't say because of the culture? The Philippines concept of pakikisama, guangxi, is often just about strategic networking. Filipino concept of pakikisama is about getting along and maintaining harmony. In Finland, if you disagree with the boss, you say it. The Philippines, if you disagree, you do it privately and gently. Challenging a boss in front of the team causes them to lose face, which can permanently damage your working relationship. Yes, of course, in front of the team, that's different. That is different. Being a voice for democracy as an expat, since you cannot be a political activist, the best way to represent your values is through soft influence. Model democracy values. In your role at CGI, you can lead with cynicism, equality. Focus on corporate governance. Support the ownership and respect pillars of CGI's culture. Promoting merit-based rewards over palakasan favoritism is a powerful way to live. Yeah. I'm not going to take advice from AI, of course, but just getting an overall sense and like understanding that maybe it's in the middle of Finland, China, culture-wise, hierarchies. Yes, this won't be a problem. Right, I have half an hour left. I need to start talking slower. I very much noticed this during the weekend when I was in Stockholm. I'm not going to talk about it now because I don't have time, but that's the single most important thing to do. In my case, I'm used to preparing the sentence beforehand in my head or just talking in my head, and there I don't have any fluency problems, but transferring the idea to actual sound, I haven't used that enough in order to kind of sync these two things together. So that's why I need to start speaking slower, and I can always, while or when sync has happened enough, I can speed up. But whenever I come across the new word, I shouldn't try to say it quickly. And this whole thing is about the acting, or that's the most important or most evident reason for my breaky conversation style. I'm used to just acting that I speak. But moving here, location. What are alternative options? Don't get work, which I wouldn't get if I don't get this. Means I'm unemployed. Bit of time. Work on my projects. Get the same amount of money. Actually, that's true. I think if I got that 1,700 and the AI is correct about the cost of living there, I think the money would be almost the same. Stay in Finland, Europe. Democracy. Better access to tech. If I wanted to buy the latest phone VR headset, I don't know what's the situation in Philippines, but many times the product comes first in US, then maybe UK, and then Europe, but it's not global. So Philippines, don't know where that stands. There, yeah, it's not important. Like if I lost my Quest 3, if it broke down, I can always use normal monitors again, and computers, everything I can get their phones as well. Like these are just luxury items I have, but they don't really bring that much productivity. Or to get another job. Immediately IT help. Physical presence. So this opportunity would be remote. I could have phone conversations, but not video call conversations. I think that's better to have it on phone because I compensate a lot while having the real conversation. I think it's better to not have that visual link because then it emphasizes everything I say, how I say them. And my mind doesn't work the same, so it gives more pressure to actually think. I can't use my hands and so on. So that said, this actually is worse if I got a job here, mighty helpless. Of course, I could more pay, but I'm really liking the description. A lot of time, so this might be important. A lot of time. But if I got normal job here, IT help desk, I would lose that working time as well. AI. AI-assisted software developer. So these two are the types that I applied for. What could I learn from AI-assisted software developer? So that side of the company work, actually my area. But with AI, how important is it even to understand software development? I don't think in my case even that important to fully understand the tech, because my ideas, they are not small. It's not like I'm trying to create a small company selling some communication solution. I'm trying to create an idea for actually having proper democracy level conversations, and it could be open source at a very large one. I don't need to build it myself. I don't want to build it myself. So AI-assisted software developer, I would get experience on front end, but again, I don't want to be the best, or I want to be the best, but like professional, at professional level is not important. I should reach for it, but But that's why I have thought about this operations role. Operations specialist. That's social role. Yes, is any software development job wouldn't be. Then founder, startup founder, or whatever it was, founders associate. And by startup, I can mean just a company. So building my own small company or an organization, community building. But I feel like I could get those skills from this job. If I started a startup, then I should spend all my time towards that. So would I even have more time to work on this project? And going through this, yes, I would have this. Yes, this doesn't matter. More connections here. So this also, like internet, remotely having conversations. This is my vision, that I don't need to be present to have conversations, to start projects. I want to help many projects, want to give feedback, but I don't need to be present for that. Democracy is the same. Like, why would I need to be here in Europe? Because I want to develop digital solutions, digital communication. This would enforce that I need to do everything digitally. And this doesn't matter. Okay, I realize I'm too much in this bubble right now, that I have tried to find good things from this job, that I might not see some, or I might have a big blind spot. Something startup founder. Traveling back and forth would cost a lot. If that pay is correct, like standard, then I might need to save over half a year's pay just to travel back and forth. Hmm. 24 minutes. Trying to find something bad. Those connections, yeah, it's not important. I've already thought about this like 2 years ago, man, that I will leave Finland. What if I'm wrong? What if this job, well, this job must develop my communication skills, both in Finnish and English. But what if it doesn't help my thinking? Is that a problem? Hmm. World peace. World peace. I see this being very similar to operations role. Of course, I'm not making the decisions, but it feels like I can learn about that as well. And I'm in the beginning of my career. I wouldn't do this forever. If the company allows growth and the position, I think it could be quite valuable. And the location, like if I stay, I don't care about this at all. This is a huge bonus. Would I have another opportunity to move somewhere else outside of Europe? I could finish my studies and then do master's degree some university in Eastern China, but not China, Eastern Asia that I thought about. But I feel that I don't need to study anymore. I have already stuff to give to people, my unique viewpoint, my motivation is already there. 19 minutes. And yes, data, like data. That's what I like that HR people collaboration, communication. If I joined some non-profit organization, became an operations manager, operations lead, I don't have that experience, but I could get it. Like I volunteered the event this weekend. But it would probably be in Europe. This is an odd one. This is an odd one that I haven't thought about a lot before. I would prefer Taiwan or actually South Korea. Maybe not. That was because of K-pop, but right now I think Philippines might be better than South Korea. Or similar, meaning the languages, they're not Chinese. I think both have their own good things. The weather, I don't really care that much. I can be indoors, definitely, if that's the case. Like internet, I need that good enough pay that I can start paying back my student loans and then can come by that I don't get logged in there. But tech, yeah, it's not a problem. So maybe getting enough to be comfortable there and then have opportunities or money to take small visits to maybe neighboring countries. So 100 euros a month is very little amount, if that would be my excess. I have 14 minutes left. I will end this here. If there are many other people interested in this role, then it's very likely that I'm not going to get it. Now it seems like this is an opportunity that I don't find very or many things that are not bad with this. Like I think it's better than this, might be even better than this. Startup founder. I will ask about the role. So it's about the pay and it's about the skills inside the large company. These I already like. Interesting. interesting. It's just live. No, I forgot I had 83. Yeah, that was quick. Nice.